Hey everyone, what's up? So, this is going to be a little quick, honest conversation about Colleen Ballinger. Um, I'm sure if you're watching this, you already know about Colleen Ballinger and the recent scandal of how she was just being really inappropriate with the people that watched her fans. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, then watching the Swoop doc, and then you can see that there's even more with her ex-husband. I mean, it just goes on, right? So my thoughts on the video, I'm actually going to pull it up real quick because it's only like the first 3 minutes and 15 seconds of the video where she's addressing it, and then she's kind of moving on. So it is called Fall Vlog. And let's give it a little watch. Okay. And my opinion about this video, before we watch it real quickly, it's weird, right? Because being in therapy myself, it's really weird because it's like, okay, you've moved on, right? And you've accepted your faults, you accepted where you've gone wrong. But now there's this like social media aspect where who do you apologize to? Like, okay, you say you're sorry, you make an apology, but is it to everyone that like every single person that came out on TikTok? Like, it really, and then it's like, it's so complicated because at the same time, as she's like mentally growing, even though it's not really about her, it's what she did to other people, she's still a human being. She's still a mom. So it's really weird when when you sit in that chair, there's always, regardless, even though we know that she's the one who did all the horrific things to her fans or her behaviors, we know that she was like, the evil one, the villain, right? The villain is also still a person too. So it's very, with these apology videos, sometimes it's very tough. So, but anyways, it's still in my ranks of apology videos wasn't the best, but it is what it is. Let's press play.
Hello, everybody. Sorry I've been gone for so long.
And I forgot to say too, she's obviously very heavily monitoring the comment section because when there's no way that I'm only reading candy kings and lollipops, all nice things. And it's like you could argue that's not giving people room to express how they feel, but maybe she's also had enough and she's kind of like, basically, if you're going to watch me, then you're going to watch me, accept me for who I am. I'm moving on. I was sorry, yada, yada. That seems to be the vibes, the attitudes here.
I've really missed this. I've missed talking to everyone every single day. Obviously, the last video that I posted on here, it's really embarrassing to say the least. I was being accused of some pretty awful things and I just was mad, and I should have handled that situation with maturity and empathy, but instead I just let my ego take over, and I'm really disappointed in myself. So here's what I want to say today. Over the last 15 years of my career,
So she's already admitted in the beginning of this video that her last video was basically crap. It was nothing worthy, which we already knew as an audience, but she's now like, I've never heard her admit this, that like she regret doing that video. Do I think she's going to give an apology to Adam McIntyre? No, and here's why. Adam has made 1,000,001 videos about the situation. Now, it is his right to make 1,000,001 videos, and he can make 2,000,001 videos about the situation, right? It is completely his right. However, I feel like the reason why she won't make a video, this is just my opinion, is because then Adam is going to use that as content as well. That's my take on it. That's my opinion on it, because if she were to apologize, not just to her fans, one person who I would think she would want to apologize to is Adam, but I don't see that happening.
There have been moments where I was immature and inappropriate with some of my comedy. And there were times when I did not put enough thought into some of my fan interactions. And because of that behavior, people got hurt. And I am so sorry.
Another thing that I'm realizing too, it's like the typical white background. Now, I don't know if she meant to do this on purpose, but she is like an OG YouTuber. So I'm sure she probably did this on purpose. But do you know like the white background, wear white? Like we saw Gabby DiMartino, she did it in her video. It's like one of those things they tell you to do in PR when you're making an apology. You want to, it comes off as like innocent, and you know what I mean. It's like this is a very innocent look right now. I really don't know what to believe from Colleen, because when you see all these like DMs and messages of her telling people what to do and talking about this person, yada yada, lying to Trisha, all of this, when you look at all of it, you're kind of like, is this a show? Is this a performance? Like, why should we believe you? And honestly, she's really just talking to the people that are going to stay, you know, because I did already watch this and I feel like she is talking to the people who are here to stay. So she's not even really, she's basically saying sorry to the people. Hey, for those of you who are still staying, I apologize and thank you for staying. And let's talk about the hens and how they've grown. You know what I mean? So.
Sorry. I never wanted to hurt anybody, but it's clear that I did. And I feel so terrible about that. I also feel like there's probably people who are disappointed or feel abandoned by me because
Heather, she's straight trash. She's straight trash, and she knows exactly what she's doing. Yeah, this does seem a little. Oops. Yeah, this does seem a little performative. It does seem like another performance. But you know, if I was calling Ballinger and I was like, how am I going to? So the internet absolutely hates me. I mean, I'm on TMZ for God's sake, right? And then my ex-husband decides to go on a swoop docs, right? A swoop documentary, right? So, how am I going to come back to the internet? Well, this is what she did. She sat down and was like, okay, so all white, you know, in a sense, I'm going to talk about this and then we're going to keep it going and we're going to, you know, heavily monitor the comment section. And that's what we're going to keep doing for a year or so, give it back, and we're going to be right back on the road.
of my silence over the last few months. And I'm so sorry about that as well. I needed to take time to make sure I was listening and learning as much as possible. And I also needed to get the help that I needed to be okay. I'm a mom first and foremost before.
So here's my thing. Do we know if she apologizes to Adam McIntyre or if she apologizes to Joshua David Evans, do we know this or no? Like, you know what I mean? Are they going to be like, hey, maybe Adam McIntyre might, but do you think, like, especially her ex-husband, do you think he'd be like, oh, hey, you know what? Colleen Ballinger apologized to me, you know, yada, yada, yada. She seemed so sincere and yada, yada. You know what I mean? Do you think that would even happen? Because how do we know? Because this is really sad if she's sitting here, which is why I go back to, she's not talking to the people who she actually hurt. She's only talking to the people that are going to continue watching her, continue, you know, putting money into her pockets. Because to me, I want to hear an apology. Normally when you do something wrong, you know, and mind you, like, I've learned from apology videos, trust me. When you do something wrong, the first thing you want to do is to at least apologize to the people you did something wrong to. Of, you know, what she basically was convicted of and the, you know, public courtroom. But still, the fact that she's just like, all that stuff I'm apologizing for, you know, I've moved and I'm involved. So this is already turning out to not really be anything except let's move on to the fall vlog.
Anything else. And I needed to take care of my kids. So that's where I've been. And but I'm back and I'm here now. And I am not a perfect person.
I hate when people say that too. I'm not a perfect person. I watched his stream. She apologized to Trish, but not her victims. I don't think Adam McIntyre is not going to I don't think he's receiving an apology anytime soon. I think he's receiving, like, I don't know, coal in his stockings from Colleen Ballinger. I don't think it's an apology. It's really strange. Okay, that's great that she apologized to Trisha Paytas. That's great. But that's great. But I feel like the kids, I feel like the people who supported her, the people who she embarrassed on stage, I think they are warranted an apology even more than that. So that's interesting. But here's the thing. I feel like the moment you admit to, oh, you were inappropriate with kids or whatever, I feel like lawsuits arrive. I feel like you got to think about it also money-wise, which sucks because it's like, if I was her, I'd also be thinking, by the way, when I do this thing, if I was her, I'm not trying to defend her. I'm just trying to be like, this is why I feel like Colleen Ballinger didn't apologize. Maybe afraid of lawsuits. That could be the only reason. Apologize to Trisha Paytas. I don't see her seeing Trisha suing her, right? But apologize to the kids, apologize to the fans. Then you showed signs of like, here's where you went wrong. And then lawsuits arise. Maybe that's it. Hi, Jessica.
And there are plenty of things in my past that I wish I could go back and redo and fix and change. I don't have control over any of that. And I don't have control over the things people say about me. I only have control over my actions moving forward. And so I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that I create a positive.
That's interesting that she says, I can't control what people say about me. And to me, that's kind of like a sellout. Well, not even a sellout. That's the wrong term for it. Backpedaling. You know what I mean? Because it kind of leaves it up in the air. Okay, what are the truths people are saying about you? What are the negative? You know, what's true and what's false, right? So it kind of just leaves that up in the air. So that's interesting that she said that.
Kind, inclusive, safe space online with my content. And if you want to be a part of my journey online, I would love to have you. And if not, I completely understand. I do not expect anyone to welcome me back with open arms. I don't expect to change anyone's mind with this video. I just wanted to come on here and say that I'm sorry. And I wanted to try to show people that it's possible for someone to grow and learn and be better after making mistakes many, many years ago. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to.
Do you love how she said many, many years ago? She's not sorry for shit. She's not sorry. Y'all, she's not sorry. She's like making it a point many, many, many years ago. Like, hey guys, like you guys are still coming for me from things that I did a very long time ago. So, you know, move on.
Try to vlog again. And today I'm just going to film my day and share some simple, happy moments and start the process of starting over. And I know it's going to be awkward and clunky at first as I try to get back into the swing of things, but I'm going to try. So that's what I'm going to do. And thank you for listening. And thank you to anyone who supported me over the last 15 years. I really, really appreciated it. Yeah, let's get started with the day and see what happens, I guess. I honestly do not know how to transition from this conversation into a vlog, but let's try.
You shouldn't.
Where do I even begin? So much has happened since last time.
You shouldn't. Honestly, why would you transition? I don't know. I guess if I was her, this would be a smart move, but I just think it's stupid. I think she doesn't care. I think this is kind of like symmetrical to the last video, right? Once again, you're making a video where you're not actually really apologizing. You're just putting on a show. You know what I mean? She's been doing this for way too long to know what an I am sorry is. And so it's very interesting to me that she's choosing who she wants to apologize to and who she doesn't. I do think the reason why she's not apologizing to her fans is because of potential lawsuits. I think the reason why she's not apologizing to Adam McIntyre is because she doesn't like him and she blames him for bringing up this whole thing again. And, you know, he might make content out of it again. And she doesn't want to give him more monetization. I mean, because Adam has grown like a lot from this. Now, I'm not saying, and I think Adam does deserve an apology. And it sucks that he probably will never get one. You know what I mean? That's the thing about it. It sucks that she will most likely be okay. The fact that there is how many people liking this? Let me see. Only 3 hours, 100. Okay. I actually assumed it would be a little bit more views for 3 hours, if I'm being honest. Because it is calling. Oh, it's her vlogs, though. That's even more sus. Why are we doing it on the vlogs? That's ridiculous to me. Oh, what an ass. She's been in minor group chats this year, allegedly. Yeah, it's a cop-out, Heather. I agree. Man, I do not want to hear her talk about her hens. Let me follow. Hold on, let me see what else is here.
Vlogged. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, the majority of the last few months has just been spent in therapy. But other than that, the twins just turned 2, which is wild. I'm a little late to that this year. I think the last time I vlogged, we had just gotten 4 of our chickens.
Don't care
and show you the chicken coop that we built.
Don't care
so much. And it's like we let them free roam.
Don't care.
Is Miss Tiger.
Don't
So
care.
anyway, I'm gonna go put this egg in. I was
care.
very pregnant with the twins and like couldn't move. And
Don't care.
then this is Wesley's last year and memory for every year. I love stuff like Wesley, a monster truck costume. I mean, they had tons of costumes. It was just like
and it's kind of like manipulative. Let's add some kid stuff in here so we can't be too mean. Like, let's add some stuff because who are mean to kids, you know? Well, don't answer that, but
wear each day. Do you know what I mean? But Flynn decided that he was favorite things and show it to people. And it was so funny because on Halloween when we were trick-or-treating, everyone was like, "What are you?" And he'd be like, "A Bruder toy truck catalog."
She's such an actor.
And he just took it bedtime. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, bath is happening. So I just have these set up and ready to go. Wesley likes them more than
don't care.
And out in the morning trying to be like, "What am I gonna put them in?" I might have changed a lot over the last few months. Some things stay the same, and one thing that has stayed the same for me is that I always make cookies late at night. It's just something I have to do to feel like me. So let's go make some cookies. I mean, doesn't everyone want that always? Like, who wouldn't want that always? I'm also gonna make a couple of these. This is just free. They're like love them. I'm cleaning up. It feels so weird to vlog because I'm used to just like chit-chatting, like we talk every day. Because I did used to talk to everyone every day, but now that it's been so long, I'm like, what do I talk about? There's so many things that have happened. I honestly don't even know who I'm talking to at this point anymore. So I don't know. If I'm like, I don't even know what to say. Oh my gosh.
You're talking to a lot of people who are gonna watch your fall vlog to see what type of an apology that you tried to make. That's who you're talking to. She's just doing the whole like pretending thing. I guess this is what we're gonna see. She's a fraud. She's a fake. No, I don't care about this. I don't care. Hold on, let's just see.
And also spending time with my kids. Like that's basically all I've been doing is that. And obviously I cut off all my hair. So that happened in a moment of needing change. I don't know. My hair was really long at the time. It was like almost on my waist. The creek. You know what? I actually have footage of it. I have a lot of footage. So my therapists all suggested that like I continue to vlog even though I wasn't posting it anywhere. So I did suggest talk to everyone. Really important to me and made me feel me because it was really jarring to not like, talk to everyone every day after doing it for 15 years. So my therapists all suggested that like I continue to vlog even though I wasn't posting it anywhere. So I did. And the majority of that no one will ever see. But I do think there's some footage of me down at the creek. If I find it, I'll put it in. Made it to the creek. We're looking for tadpoles and bugs. Little rocks, like trash rocks that you would walk on and not even think twice about. The kids have all changed so much. I don't even But the main thing that I've been doing is just trying to be better and get better, and making cookies and being a mom. Watched me ever, you would know that I cry a lot. Anyway, here's my little lazy spider.
Okay. All right. Highly doubt her therapist said that. I know, I saw that. Heather, I saw that with therapist. Okay. All right. So here's my final thoughts on Colleen Ballinger. So it's very, to me, she was very specific on what she wanted to add, what she wanted us to know in this vlog. Even with, skipping at it and watching it, she was very like, make sure she add therapists. She really wanted us to know that she was struggling mentally due to the online hate that she was receiving. And now people are rude. People are god awful. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's like plenty of like live streams going on right now about Colleen Ballinger just because of her comeback vlog, right? But the reality is that she talks about in this video about growing and learning, but it's like this formula, but it doesn't result to that. And what I mean by that is, where is the apology to the people that you see on TikTok, to the people that you saw on stage? And to me, when you don't do that, to me, that doesn't mean you're really truly sorry. All that means is that you want to continue basically making your bank, making your money. So those are my thoughts on this. I don't think she's ever truly going to be sorry. If anything, I think she really truly hates Adam McIntyre, in my opinion. I think she still like hates everyone that got her into that was able to bring up this whole entire topic again. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people talked about Colleen Ballinger in the past. You know what I mean? The same exact thing of her being inappropriate, but it was brought up due to one of the people that was a fan of hers and no longer is a fan. It's highly doubt her. Oh, agreed. But yeah, the saddest thing is that she had sold her house for like what, $3.5 million or something like that. Like, Colleen Ballinger is going to be just fine, and I don't think she really cares. I think if anything, of course, the public backlash affected her mentally, but I think she's going to be just fine. I think this video was all strategy, was all like, look at my kids here, so you can't be too mad at me. I think her, you know what I mean? And she didn't give us much to really go off on, and she's not. She's going to continue doing her thing, and that's that. It sucks. She's going to be just great. So, yeah, Colleen Ballinger's rich. Heather, she'll be just fine. But anyways, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on the situation. There was really like nothing much to go on other than that it was a really horrible apology, because to me, she ain't sorry for shit. But anyways, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, guys. Those are my thoughts. I did wonder like how her husband was dealing through all this, though. You know what I mean? Like, how does one husband deal with all this? And how do the fans, the people who were actually affected by her, it's kind of just another poop in their face, really. I mean, you watch this and you're expecting to get something, an apology, and you get nothing other than little Miss Colleen has learned and grown and evolved and sees plural of therapists. So that's it, guys. Any other comments? Alrighties. Well, thank you guys for watching. I know this was a very, very short live stream, but she didn't give us anything. She didn't apologize for anything. So there was nothing really to go off on. Just a little disclaimer in the beginning, the first 3 minutes and 15 seconds of the video. So, but anyway, and I'm dying to know, and we'll never know, but I'm dying to know what she thought about the Soup documentary. She's probably like on fire with it. But anyways, okay, guys, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And thank you for watching. I know it was a short live stream, but I will have longer ones because I don't work Monday through Fridays. Anyways, bye, guys. I will see you soon on the next video.